Hey guys, this is Michael with The Tug Is My Drug, and today I'm going to show you a walkthrough of my Ranger Z521C. Just how I set it up. It's just a basic boat walkthrough, and just so you guys can get some ideas on how I lay out my boat, because I love watching people's boat layouts. So I'm going to just walk you from the bow to the stern of the boat, talking about everything, how I set it up, why I set it up that way. So let's start up here at the front. Alright guys, so up here at the bow of the boat, I run a Minn Kota Trex 112 pound thrust trolling motor, and I also have a Lowrance HGS 12 flush mounted. I have it flush mounted because the unit's so big already that you don't really need to have it ram mounted up towards your face. I run the mapping and sonar at the same time, split screen. I can see both just fine. On the head of the trolling motor, I have the transducer just mounted like that. I did not order the U2 sonar that was built in. I just totally forgot about it. That works fine. Kind of gets in the way if you run into the rocks and stuff like that, but just keep your boat away from rocks. And I also have the T&H Marine like equalizer nut or trolling motor nut or whatever it is. It really helps with vibration and stuff like that, and it's really easy to switch out. You just unscrew it and your prop comes right off, but you need to make sure you don't tighten it like super duper tight when you first get it, because you can't get it off. And I had to use like a hammer and wrenches and stuff like that to get that prop off. So make sure you just hand tighten it and just check it throughout the day. It doesn't really come unscrewed, so just hand tie it's fine. Got tools, scissors and pliers, recessed trolling motor pedal, and a hiding crankbait. So, alright, let's go to the port side, and I'll show you how to set up my rod locker and my cooler. So we're over here on the port side of the boat. There's your rod locker. As you can see, I fit quite a lot of rods in there. I have 15 or 20 rods. I use those rod socks so that they don't get tangled up. But the hooks will get stuck, like if you're running treble hooks on baits and stuff like that, they will get hooked into those rod socks. But I put 2 or 3 rods per tube towards the bottom, so they really help out a lot when you're just pulling them out on the go. Behind the rod locker you have the cooler, the second cooler. I don't use this as a cooler, I just use this as a trash can / food storage. So it's just, Ranger doesn't come with a trash can, so that's a pretty nice trash can if you ask me. So there you go, there's the port side. Now let's go look at the big center box of the Ranger. Alright guys, so we're here in the center compartment of the Ranger, and as you can tell, it is huge. You can fit quite a lot of Plano tackle boxes in there. I also keep my spinning reels in here because when you put them in the rod locker, they take up a lot of space. So I can just lay them sideways using the 2 outside tubes, and they fit just fine and they don't really get in the way of anything. I put the smaller boxes on the side. You can also run the 3700 series on the side, and I keep my line there. Usually it's turned the right way, and it's really easy to spool line from this box. So as you can see, you can fit a lot. Just a little tip, that put your heavier baits towards the back of the boat. So I have a lot of jigs, assorted kind of jigs, so I keep those at the back because it's a lot of weight. But as you see, as it goes up, it gets a lot lighter. And then I got my big swim bait box, which is pretty heavy and has some top secret stuff in there, so we ain't gonna spend too long on that swim bait box. Shout out to Big Bass Dreams. Alright guys, so now we're gonna go to the starboard side and look at the rod locker and day box over there. So over here on the starboard side, you also have a rod locker that doesn't have tubes in it. I just use this for junk basically. I keep my life jackets, my screen covers and throwable life jackets and all that stuff in here. Real light stuff, because if you think about it, if you run by yourself a lot and you don't run with a partner, you sit on the starboard side of the boat, so you want that side of the boat to be as light as possible for weight distribution. So I try to keep a lot of stuff out of the starboard side of the boat and on the port side. So that's why these lockers usually don't have a lot of stuff in here. Now to the day box. I use this, let's say I know I'm going to fish crankbaits that day. My crankbait box is going to move from my center box to this box. Because if you're sitting on the front deck, you can't open the big locker. So that's why Ranger built this side, this day box. As you can see, like my terminal tackle and my soft plastics always stay in here, dipping dyes, extra pair of scissors, and some other sort of stuff. It's just stuff that you can use that you need to use a lot of is kept in this box. So as you can tell, not a lot of stuff goes in here, but there you go. There's the starboard side of the boat. Keep it light, guys. So now we'll move down to the cockpit area, and I'll show you how I set that area up. So right here is the step. It's just a cooler full of waters. I keep my tools. I keep all my scissors on the starboard side of the boat with some forceps and hook sharpener, and then on the port side I keep my pliers and the splicers that you can buy from Buck Knives. I'm not sponsored by anybody, so don't think I'm trying to push no product. I ain't sponsored by them. Real good scissors, though, high quality. I went with the dual console because I like things being pretty neat and organized and equal, so just being OCD. For people that are wondering about getting a port locker, passenger console, my bad. It's huge. Like, you can fit quite a lot of stuff in here. My wife fits her purse in here, and she has a big purse. So, also got the radio in there. I just keep sunscreen and stuff in there. But it's really handy. It comes in help. Like, my co-anglers use it a lot. Co-anglers also have this little strap right there that straps their rods down. They can fit up to 6 rods, probably even more. So that's really nice. Now we got the center step here. I just keep really essential things in here. Like I got my wipes. I got my wipes for my screens, guys. Do not use microfiber cloths to wipe your screens. You will scratch your screens, I promise. If you drop that on the ground, it's going to pick up some dirt. Then you're going to go wipe your screen, and you're going to get scratched, and you're going to be really, really angry. So just spend that extra. I think these are kind of expensive. I don't know. I think like $12, $15 for some wipes. But one wipe lasts both screens. I even wipe all my instruments and stuff. They could last probably a lot longer, but I don't really need them to do that. I just know that when I pull that wipe out of there, it's clean, and I will not get any scratches. So I'll stop rambling about that. I got my scale. I also got some sunglass cleaner wipes. Please release me. Keys, change. Just, things that you need to have handy all the time. Alright, now to the driver console where the magic happens. So, got a hot foot. As you can see, I got gauges. HDS 12 flush mounted. And then here's the steering wheel. Got trim. And I got the jack plate right there. SmartCraft gauge. Right there I have my power pole buttons. So if I'm coming up to a ramp or something, I'm not a ramp, a bridge, up and down real quick. So that's pretty nice to have. Other than that, I love staring at this thing. I can sit behind here all day. So it's really nice. Looks really cool. So now we'll go to the back of the deck, or to the back deck, and check that out. So we're at the stern of the boat here. I got a live well. Duh. I keep my cold tags hanging on the side. I got the oxygenator. It's actually really big. I used to watch a bunch of FLW shows and stuff, and I was like, how do they fit these fish in there? It's pretty big. On the starboard side, I keep this box empty, and it just has pretty essential tools that I need. I got extra patrol motor prop, prop wrench, some fuses, which I don't really need in this boat actually at all. So I'll also keep that empty. Like I said, weight distribution, and if I have a co-angler, he can put his stuff in that box, and I don't have to worry about it being on the floor of my deck and making me irritated. Over to the port side, this is where I keep all my soft plastics, and the reason why I keep them all right here is because, let's say I'm fishing a BFL and my partner or my co-angler starts throwing a pink fluke. Well, I don't have any pink flukes, but I got the flukes, and I can start throwing. I have white flukes and dip them in pink. So base is covered. Like, you can never be over prepared. That's something that KVD is kind of known for. Not that he's my favorite angler or anything, but he has a lot of stuff on his boat. He's always prepared. Mike Iaconelli, same way. Has tons of tackle. Is always ready to go. All right, now to the back locker. It's just battery box. Nothing's too special. I keep my weighing bag. Gotta keep that black bag, homie, so people don't know what you got. And extra prop. Other than that, ain't nothing. So that's basically it. 10-foot poles, Mercury Pro XS. So that's my boat. It is honestly, in my personal opinion, the best boat you can buy. It's a big fishing platform. It goes reasonably fast. 72 to 75 miles an hour is pretty fast for me. It rides like a dream. I don't ever get wet. Handles rough water perfectly, and it's an unsinkable boat. So if you're interested, if you're in Texas, for sure, I want to thank Texas Boat World. Cliff is the owner there. So if you're interested in getting one of these boats, call Cliff up, tell him I sent you. He doesn't sponsor me either. They don't sponsor me at all. But Cliff is a really good guy, and he's ex-military, so he'll take care of you. If he tells you he's going to do something, he's going to do it. And he took care of me the whole way and promised me I'm probably 90 times worse about ordering this boat than any other customer he ever had. So make sure you go check him out. I'll put a link in the description below. So make sure you guys follow, subscribe, like, go follow me on Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. And hope you guys have a good day. Hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully it gave you some tips on how to set up your boat. Have a good day, guys.